ring, starting with Cotto. Larry?
Cotto is one of a handful of Olympians from 2000 who have emerged as serious pro prospects. They include Muhammad Abdullayev in his same weight class, middleweight Jermaine Taylor, featherweight Rocky Juarez, bantamweight Jose Navarro. None of them, however, has yet faced big-time live ammunition.
And across the ring, veteran from Alice, Texas, Joel Perez.
Perez has lost to a couple of top fighters, Jesse James Leija twice by decision, Paul Spadafora once by decision, has never beaten a fighter in that class, says he's here to spoil the party.
And now let's take a look at the tail of the tape featuring the overnight sensation of pre-fight graphics, arm length. You can see that Cotto has a 9-year age advantage over Perez. They're equal in height. Cotto actually had to labor a little bit longer to make weight yesterday after originally stepping on the scale at 141. They both enter unofficially tonight at 154. Reach 67.5, arm length 23.5. We'll show you how those are measured again. Reach all the way across the back from fingertip to fingertip. Arm length, our new innovation, certain to win awards, from the armpit to the end of the fist. But again, they're equal in both measurements tonight. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Miguel Cotto Joel Perez fight is scheduled for 10 rounds using the unified rules that you see on your screen. Jim, real quick, the 4 criteria that the judges are going to use to score each individual round: clean punching, effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, and defense, with a strong emphasis on clean, effective punching. Jim.
All right, Harold Letterman, the pharmacist, comes to Fresno. And let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Fresno, California, welcome to HBO World Championship Boxing, brought to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated in association with the undisputed king of beers, Budweiser, American Champion Sports, and the Palace Indian Gaming Center. All the bouts are sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Chairman Van Gordon, Souter Executive Officer Rob Lynch. The 3 judges at ringside scoring this first bout will be Jack Campbell, Barry Drucksmann, and Marshall Walker. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Raul Caiz Jr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of boxing on the line. The WBC International title in the super lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, he officially weighs in at 140 pounds. His professional record, 34 victories, including 19 knockouts, with 5 defeats and 2 bouts even. A native of Alice, Texas, now fighting out of Houston. Here is the challenger, Joel Perez. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue and officially weighing 140 pounds also. Since representing Puerto Rico in the 2000 Olympics, he now has a professional record that is a perfect one. 14 bouts, 14 victories, including 11 knockouts. From Caguas, Puerto Rico, here is the undefeated WBC International Champion, Miguel Cotto.
Let's go, Cotto. Chief second only. Mouthpiece. Put it in his mouth, please. Mouthpiece. All right, gentlemen. Let's have a good, clean fight. These are the legal boundaries right here. Here on up, legal punch. Anything below is a low blow. Okay? Touch gloves and good luck. Let's have a good, clean fight.
What sets Cotto apart from the other top prospects right now is his box office potential. And that's why he is getting a big push to see how far and how fast he can go.
He had a tough outing in his last assignment against the lanky Cesar Bazan. finally chopped Bazan down for an 11th round TKO. And his promoters at Top Rank decided they wanted a slightly more questionable opponent, an opponent without the same cachet as Bazan for this fight, hoping to keep Cotto moving upward and keep his confidence soaring. Thus Perez, who 2 years ago lost his chance at a title when he lost to Paul Spadafora on a 12-round decision in Pittsburgh. After that, Perez got a job in medical collections, so he's already charting his post-boxing course, and he says this could be his last fight. Look at the natural sturdiness of Cotto, George. The strength of that body. Weighed in at 141, comes in at 154, and he's talking about moving down to 135 after this fight.
You know, he has the body of a welterweight. He weighed in at 154. It would really be unprecedented for a fighter to have 15 pro fights and then move down in weight. Shane Mosley was also a junior welterweight as a top amateur, but he fought the first 7 years of his pro career as a lightweight.
And while Larry was talking, Cotto landed the first big jaw-rattling left hook. And there's another one in that combination. You see it, the left hook coming in flow behind the right hand.
You know, as solid as he looked physically, Cotto, good fighter and all, but he's still a counterpuncher at heart. If you get in there and win some rounds, you can get him in trouble. If you Perez, you may as well go for it. You got a chance to win as much as anyone else.
Well, Perez finds it increasingly difficult to let his hands go here because, as you say, Cotto likes to counter, and when he counters with the left hand, you feel it.
Yeah, and I don't like counter punches for the long distance. I think a guy, if you get in there and steal a round or two, you can get those guys in trouble. Even now, after landing the best punches, Cotto is still backing up and moving out of the way. Carries everything on that left side. You get a guy with a good left jab. If Perez corner tell him to just keep stinging with that jab, can change a lot of things. You can't get into a slugging match. Cotto has got the stuff on that left side.
So Joel Perez was momentarily stunned, it seemed, by a couple of Cotto's left hooks in the first round. But as it stands, it appears Perez will make it out of round one of a scheduled 10. And when we go to Cotto's corner, where they speak Spanish, our interpreter is Ray Torres.
Don't forget the jab, okay? You got to get him early. Okay, we're not in a hurry, okay? We'll get you. The jab.
Feint, and I want you to key on that, okay, and then take off. But I don't want that head. When you're in the pocket, I don't want you to stay too long in there. You have to move your head, you roll, and you shoot.
Here's that power combination from Cotto, left, right, followed by a left and a right that was just short.
Copy box numbers in the round. All in all, Cotto landed 31 out of 74, 10 out of 22 jabs, 21 out of 52 power shots. Perez landed 8 punches in the round, managed to get off 54. Let's see if Perez can keep letting his hands go against the power of Miguel Cotto in round 2.
If you're Perez, all you got to do is jab this guy. Just move around him with your jab. Don't even invest in any hard shots. Let the fight go about 5 rounds. Then you can get into the pocket, as his corner told him to do, and do some exchanging. But if you get in too early, you're going to get the worst of it.
And the left hook, again, knocks Perez back a couple of steps. Perez trying to go to the body. He's thrown the jab, was able to get off 29 in the first round, but hasn't landed much.
And he's doing some waiting himself. Sometimes when the counter puncher messes you up a few times, you stop and wait. And that's what they want you to do.
In his weight class at the Sydney Olympics, Cotto lost in a preliminary round to the Uzbeki star Muhammad Abdullayev, who ultimately won the gold medal, beating Ricky Williams in a sensational gold medal fight. Abdullayev unbeaten early in his professional career, as is Miguel.
As you can see, when Perez throws his left jab, there's no resistance, not in the head moving by Cotto, but for some reason he hesitates to do it. Bad thing about all punches, they don't like moving their head.
Big right hand landed for Cotto. Perez firing back bravely in that exchange. And there's blood coming from the corner of the right eye of Joel Perez. Probably the product of those Cotto left hooks.
Yeah, Perez does not need to get into a slugging match. Win one round at a time. Don't try to win the fight in one round.
Perez obviously agrees with your strategy about the jab, George. He's thrown 32 jabs in the round already.
He can't miss with his left jab. Cotto, on the other end, he just waits for the jab and then slips and tries to throw a hard shot. You just can't depend on your punching power as you move further into these talented fights. They're going to just get worse and worse and better and better fighter.
10 seconds. Step at the bell.
Cotto catching Perez with just a little left hook inside. And now a bigger left hook as round 2 comes to a close. After our show tonight, stay tuned for Legendary Nights, the tale of Chavez versus Taylor. And next Wednesday, our show is the memorable trilogy, Evander Holyfield against Riddick Bowe. Next Saturday, Boxing After Dark returns. 2 good fights. Cruiserweight champ Vasily Jirov facing rival James Toney, and light heavyweights Antonio Tarver and Montel Griffin. And May 2, it's the premiere of this season's On the Record with Bob Costas. The show, now part of HBO's Friday late night entertainment lineup, will have special guests from sports, pop culture, and entertainment.
Okay, you're going to combine underneath very carefully.
¿Ah? No tienen nada. Vamos arriba.
According to CompuBox, Joel Perez has thrown 63 jabs in the first 2 rounds, but CompuBox credits him with solidly landing only 2 of those 63. Cotto, 22 out of 53, jabbing so far. And Joel Perez comes out of his corner trying to work the jab again.
Stop, no punching, no punching. Stop, wait. Don't put your head down, okay? There you go, keep your head up.
George, you say you're not crazy about counterpunching as a style.
No, because when you're strong and powerful like that, you waste time, you make fights go too many rounds, and you can get hurt.
It's a matter of mentality. At this stage of his career, could Cotto transform himself into more of an attacking fighter, or is the die already cast?
He's got to get a trainer to boost his confidence, but right now it's going to be hard.
That's one of the reasons, maybe the main reason, he's talking about dropping down to 135 because he feels he would be so much stronger than other 135-pounders. But maybe it would also weaken him.
I started to say he would if he doesn't dehydrate himself into submission by trying to make 135.
Now Perez is out stop jabbing. Now he's going into the hook and return with Cotto, and that's where he can get hurt. You got to keep your jab up if you're Perez. Don't stop jabbing. It's the only thing Cotto is weak at, catching jabs. You don't want to hook with a hooker.
Stop, quick, step back, no punching. There you go, keep it clean, there you go, box.
Perez better not do that.
No, you don't want to hook with a hooker because eventually his left hook is going to get there first.
Yeah, because he wants to hook. Perez evidently has a jab or other things in his arsenal.
But now he's started, as George points out, more frequently trading left hooks with Cotto.
That's not going to get it.
Although Perez does bash Cotto to the body there, and Miguel circles away.
Well, Miguel likes the idea of moving around. Cotto does. He loves moving around, taking the punch, getting out of the way, making you miss. That's his style. You got to make him come to you. Beat him with the jab if you're Perez.
Good little feint inside by Cotto. Perez momentarily stopped, and Cotto landed the combination. Left hook coming up and under for Cotto there.
Perez's best shots do not phase Cotto at all.
He's gone back to his left jab, Perez has.
Stop, no punching, no punching. Break.
Probably a better idea than trading hooks.
Stop at the bell. Done.
3 rounds in, out of a scheduled 10. Miguel Cotto has thrown almost 200 punches already.
Better there on your footwork, okay? Listen to me, Joel. Look, if you keep this guy out balanced, you're not gonna get hit with clean shots, mijo. You understand? Listen, you have to be quick when you stutter step and you feint. You have to throw your punches quick. You can't set your feet with him because he's quicker. You understand? Okay.
Okay, you can't lower that jab. Let's try it. The jab on the top. Don't lower it. Yeah. And in combination, the jab and the right. You try those gloves. Always carefully.
Miguel Cotto up off his stool early and bouncing around as Joel Perez buys every possible second to rest. Slowly, gradually, Cotto's damage is busting up Perez's face. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Okay, Jim, rather easy fight to score. 3 rounds to nothing, 30-27, Miguel Cotto. Jim, I mean, this is a case of just clear, clean power punching by Miguel Cotto. He's just winning it on clean punching. Jim, I got to point out something. The California Commission supplies red duct tape to each corner to put over the laces. That's why you see those gloves are completely red. The commission gives him the duct tape. Supposedly, you can't use that duct tape to heal a guy. In other words, you can't cut him with the tape.
What do you mean supposedly, Harold? Are you saying, did you think it's inevitable that duct tape is going to cut somebody?
Well, Jim, let's put it this way. If it were that great, it would be universally accepted. We see it in California, but where else do we see it? So, you got to wonder.
George, what do you think about duct tape on the gloves?
I think it's real good. The sweat, it gets slippery. You can't rub and scrape a guy with that slippery stuff. California has always been on the first to instigate good stuff. But if it was that good, why not everyone else?
Well, we'll see. Maybe it'll, as you say, if California's at the forefront, or has been in the past, maybe others will follow the duct tape example.
They always had the neurological exams before anyone else.
That's a knockdown.
A fierce body shot.
He's taken a few of those.
And he's having a hard time getting his breath.
And that's it. A knockout on a body shot in the 4th round for Miguel Cotto. And I think you could see from the reaction of Perez to Cotto's punches in the first minute of the round that he was beginning to lose his patience.
Well, we were talking about duct tape. It's a big year for duct tape.
It's a huge year for duct tape. Its biggest emergence ever in the culture. Another knockout victory for Cotto stretches his record to 15-0 with 12 KOs. And frankly, this was not the kind of assignment from which we learned very much.
Not a whole lot. Here's a guy weak in the body, obviously. You can see trying to trade hooks with a big left hand. Look at the size of his left side. Ooh, that hurt. I could feel that hook.
Yep.
That's when you lose your breath. And you think, maybe my rib is broken, but I'm going to get up, but I can't.
Well, this underlines a point I was making to you earlier this evening before we started the show.
By the way.
Yep. I said to you, George, that if I could have one thing granted to me by the universe for an advantage in my next life, I want a good left hook to the body. I think it will win you about as much in life as anything else.
Take that one. You can have that one.
If I can have Cotto's left hook to the body, I'm going to make a few pennies, I'll tell you that.
Even his left side is built for that shot.
Yeah, that's right. Perez, to a certain degree, came in here with the body of a medical collections administrator.
Similar.
Which is what he is. He is now probably a full-time medical collections administrator because he told me that if Cotto blew him out with a knockout, that would probably be it. Michael Buffer with the official particulars on the easy KO win.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Raul Caiz Jr. calls a halt to the bout. Following the 10 count, the fight is over. Knockout victory at 129 of round number 4. He's still the champion, Miguel Cotto.
One of the enticing things about Cotto at 140 pounds is that if Costa Tszyu, longtime kingpin of the division, could ever be tempted into fighting Cotto, Cotto has the kind of sturdy body that might hold up under Tszyu's punishment. Let's go to Larry Merchant with the winner.
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Miguel.
Felicidades, Miguel.
This was not a fight against a superior opponent. But the question that comes up is for you to explain to the fans why you feel that you want to try to move down to 135 pounds, lightweight.
Esto no fue una pelea contra un oponente superior. Pero explícale a los fanáticos, ¿por qué tú quieres bajar a las 135, el peso ligero?
No, claro que fue una pelea con un muchacho superior, le duró la distancia a Paul Espadafora, le ha durado la distancia a muchos grandes peleadores. Y mi razón por la cual quiero bajar es porque creo que me sentiré más cómodo en 135 libras y ¿por qué no tratar? Claro que vamos a tratar.
On the contrary, I thought it was a superior fighter. He went the distance with Spadafora and a couple of other fighters, but the reason to go to lightweight is because I feel good at that weight.
You weighed 154 tonight. Can you really make 135 without weakening yourself?
Pesaste 154 hoy, libra cuando entraste hoy. ¿En realidad puedes hacer 135 sin debilitarte?
Ya, como dije anteriormente, vamos a tratar. Todavía no hay nada seguro. Todo vamos a chequear, vamos a ver si se puede llegar al peso.
Yeah. Like I said before, we're going to try the 35 pounds. Nothing is definite. We're going to see if we feel comfortable there.
So you're looking at it now as an experiment.
So estás mirando esa bajar a 135 como un experimento.
Sí, vamos a ver qué podemos hacer, cómo nos sentimos. Es lo primordial, cómo nos sentimos en 135 libras.
Yeah, the thing is to see how we feel at that weight. That's the main thing.
Thank you very much, and congratulations again, Miguel.
He wants to say
Jim?
All right, thank you, Larry. And incidentally, as part of that inheritor to Puerto Rico's Trinidad stardom role thing, Cotto is in a university trying to learn English, something that Felix never did. Cotto hopes to be speaking English in public very soon. CompuBox numbers, Cotto landed 91, tasted 31, threw 228, tasted 195 or saw 195. These are dominating stats for Cotto. Dominance also with the jab, even though he's not by nature a jabber as his primary weapon. It's really the left hook he's setting up. He was effective with the jab tonight, and Perez's 4 out of 112 shows you that he tried it but didn't get anything done with it.